Hey there everyone! Today we're having a massive haul of all the cool stuff we picked up during our New York trip. How massive is it, you ask? Well, it's so massive that you can't even see me anymore. As a matter of fact, I had to buy a new suitcase to fit in all this stuff, and my old suitcase that you can see here with all the stickers, the cool stickers, yeah, well, it's retired. It got broken because of all the stuff it had in it. So let's take a closer look, shall we? So as you can see here, we've got some comics, some prints, some posters, some video games, some movies, lots of Funko Pops, some action figures. I even got myself some t-shirts as well. The majority of this stuff was bought from Midtown Comics, GameStop, the official Nintendo store in New York, Forbidden Planet, and Barnes & Noble. Also shout out to Videogames New York for having the coolest collection of retro games. Alright, let's get started. So we're starting up with all the pops we got from New York City and the action figures, everyone's favorites. Let's start with this one. And unfortunately, I'm not gonna have time to do an unboxing of all these things. So if you like anyone in particular and want to see an unboxing of it, please comment down and I'll make a separate unboxing video of it. So the first one is this amazing looking Infinity Gauntlet from Avengers Endgame. This is from Hot Toys. This is a quarter scale figure, quarter scale collectible. It has a LED light up feature, so you can light it up and Infinity Stones would light up here. We've got a lot of Funko Pops, so several ones of these Conan Pops. This is the Conan SDCC exclusive, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. This is the 25-year celebration of Conan's 25 year. Kind of looks like a Cheeto if you ask me. Looks like a Cheeto chips. Pretty cool looking pop. Got three more of the Conan Without Borders series. This one is Bavarian Conan. I guess Bavarian is German, or excuse my ignorance if it's not. We've got Luchador Conan. These are GameStop exclusives, by the way. We've got, this is Armenian Conan. Pretty cool looking dress. Next up, we've got this very cool looking figure. This is a Think Geek exclusive actually. And this is the Sticky Note Man from a hilarious movie called Office Space. If you guys haven't watched it yet, highly recommend you do. It's a hilarious movie. If you work in the corporate setting, you'll definitely relate to this movie. And we've got this Spider-Punk pop from one of my all-time favorite games, Spider-Man on PS4. Actually in the game, it's Peter Parker who wears the Spider-Punk suit, but if you know a little bit about Spider-Man, you'd know that Spider-Punk is a Spider-Man from an alternate universe, so it's not actually Peter Parker in reality, but in the game specifically, it's Peter Parker who's wearing the suit. It's a very cool looking pop. One of my favorite suits in the game, actually. And we've got this Barnes & Noble George R.R. Martin exclusive, the writer of Game of Thrones. Quite a cool looking one. Next up, we've got Boba Fett from the 2019 Galactic Convention. So this is the golden Boba Fett. It's not the rarest one among the chrome ones, but it's a pretty cool one. I like the gold on it. And we've got some commons here. So we've got Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World. Also a hilarious movie, it's a classic. Running out of space here. We've got these two pops from the movie The Nun. Very horrifying figures, especially this one, the demonic one. Look at this, quite creepy. And we've got Gage and Church from the new Pet Sematary movie, Stephen King. Big fan. the Kool-Aid guy. I grew up drinking Kool-Aid. It tasted like something that came out of a chemical lab, but I loved it. And actually I'm gonna go ahead and tell you about these. We've got this Crash Bandicoot from Crash Team Racing. And this GameStop exclusive Joker from the Jim Lee collection. So, and I saved the best for last. The Caped Crusader, my favorite superhero. These 3 Batman figures, actually, this is my favorite. Look at this, guys. Red Train Batman. When Batman turned into a vampire. I'm not gonna give you any spoilers, but you have to read this. You have to read this comic. Got this Batman with the Riddler card in his hand. And we've got Batman from Arkham Knight, I believe. Yeah, the video game Arkham Knight. Very cool video game. And another of my favorite well, Marvel characters. I wouldn't say superhero because it's Venom. It's Venomized Daredevil. Venom meets Daredevil. That's a very cool looking one. The whole Venomized series is actually pretty sick looking, if you ask me. Moving on, and we've got the last few items here. We have this Jim Lee collection Joker t-shirt with the figure, but this figure comes in grayscale, so it's not the full colored one. Got this Batman. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a large of this one, so I picked up a medium, fingers crossed. Also with the figure as well. And we've got the Superman from the same collection as well. T-shirt and figure. Last but not least, got this cute tiny figure of Broly from Dragon Ball, from the Broly movie. If you haven't watched it, Broly is a massively overpowered character, so he's one of my favorite in the Dragon Ball universe. Alright, so now that we got the Funko Pops and action figures out of the way, we've got comic books, video games, movies, prints and posters, and some t-shirts. We start off with video games, so let's take a look at these video games. So if you guys grew up in the 90s, you probably remember the PS1, and 2 of my favorite games when growing up were on the PS1 were Final Fantasy VIII, yes that's 8 not 7, and Legend of Legaia. And I had misplaced my copies of these 2 games and I was going crazy looking for them. And I went to this shop in New York called Videogames New York, and he has a massive collection of retro games. So if you guys are looking for specific retro games, Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, even Super Nintendo, all that old stuff, you'll find it there. So I picked these up from there. Final Fantasy VIII, Legend of Legaia. This is a hidden gem right there. It's a Japanese RPG that did not get basically the credit it deserved, but highly recommended. Moving forward, we've got let's move to newer games. So I had always been wanting to play Castlevania Lords of Shadow, and I had missed this one when playing PS3. It was a period of my life when I wasn't gaming enough, or I wasn't gaming as much, so I missed this one out, and luckily I found it there. The guy was so nice, he threw it in for free when I bought these 2 games. On to newer games. We've got some Switch games, Nintendo Switch. These 3 games right here. We've got Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon. This is the prequel to the current Bloodstained Ritual of the Night game. Got this Diablo style game, it's called Victor Vran. It has a soundtrack by the band Motorhead. And we have the War Mastered edition of Darksiders. Last but not least, we've got the big one here. Fire Emblem 3 Houses. This is the Seasons of Warfare edition. If you want to see an unboxing of this, let me know. I'll make a separate unboxing video of it. So, there you go. Very cool looking box. Next up, we've got movies. And don't ask me why I'm still buying physical copies. I am a collector, so physical copies mean a lot to me, especially when it's steelbook. So all of these are steelbook actually, and either steelbook or actually like collector items. So this is Batman Hush with a very mediocre looking figure right there. We've got the 6-film collection, the Alien collection. This is a steelbook. This is a Best Buy exclusive. These are actually all Best Buy exclusives. We've got here Deadpool 1 with a steelbook case, very cool looking steelbook case. Deadpool 2 as well, yes, I did get Deadpool 2. Very cool looking steelbook cases right there. These are all Best Buy exclusive. Got Avengers, Age of Ultron, extremely cool looking steelbook case. I'll post an unboxing of these actually. We did an unboxing in Central Park. And finally we have the Predator 4 movie collection. This one has Predator 1, Predator 2, Predators, and The Predator. Moving on, so let's take a look at t-shirts, I guess. Got quite a few. So, first of all, I got this Nintendo New York t-shirt. It's a very cool looking t-shirt. It says Nintendo in Japanese and it has New York on it from the official Nintendo shop. Got this from GameStop. This is what I look. This is what I think I look like, or something. Got this very basic Marvel t-shirt here from H&M. Again, this Super Mario t-shirt from the Nintendo shop in New York. And finally, the genuine Sith Lord Darth Vader. Oops, there you go. Next up, we've got comics. So, Absolute Carnage. This is the common variant cover. This is another less common variant cover here. Very cool looking one. Got this collection of Venom, Lethal Protector. This standalone Joker comic. A bunch of single issues of The Batman Who Laughs. We've got, so, lots of variant covers there. Here's one. Here's the common one. Common, variant, variant, and common. We've got Batman Hush. I know I'm a bit late for this. Batman, A Death in the Family. I picked this one up from the comic book museum. It was organized by the Society of Illustrators in New York. It was a very cool museum. It was celebrating Batman's 80th anniversary, so it was Batman themed. I also picked this one up from there. 80 Years of Batman. It's a collection celebrating Batman's 80 years. It's a must-have. It was the last one, luckily, so I picked it up. And we've got these Dark Knights. So we've got Dark Knights Metal, The Resistance, Dark Knights Metal, and Dark Knights Rising hardcover. These are from Forbidden Planet. So, moving on, let's take a look at the, oh wow, a lot of comic books. Let's take a look at the prints and posters we got. Hands down, this has to be the coolest print I have ever bought. This is a 3D image of Spider-Man in New York. It's like a lenticular thingy. I don't know if you can see it, but in person you can see Spider-Man moving. It's a very cool one. These are very common in New York. Actually, you'll find them next to Brooklyn Bridge or next to what's it called, Times Square, or in popular areas mainly. You'll find them on Broadway. So they have even smaller ones. So this is Justice League here. I don't know if you can see it. Spider-Man again. Looks as if it's moving. Avengers. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And the Joker. Whoop. I also got this fine looking print of Justice League and Avenger characters sitting on the top of Rockefeller Center. I got this one from next to the Met Museum. It's a very cool looking print. And if you happen to pass by the High Line, there's a very nice old man right there selling prints of comic book covers, so I picked a couple. This is the Amazing Spider-Man. I think this is the first issue. Yep, that's the first issue right there. Batman. The Flash. And Superman versus Muhammad Ali. This is a very special one for me because Muhammad Ali is actually my name, so I'm gonna be framing this one and hanging it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this haul, and well, that's it. See you next time. And by the way, this is what the house looks like after filming this video. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it.